Hi, so today is Tuesday the 15th of May. Sorry if I look a little bit red. Yep, I think I do. I just got in from a run, but it's about 9:30 at night, so I just thought that I would record now before I get too tired, because I'm not going to lie, I'm already pretty shattered. So if I look down, it's just because I'm looking at my notes, because, well, tired, can't remember everything. So the morning started off really well, got up and I managed to get a doctor's appointment with my favourite GP. To be honest, if it's anything to do with my gynecology problems or my mental health, I actually don't go unless I can see this GP, which I know is really bad. But it's just, once you've got that therapeutic relationship, it's just so much easier to not have to explain yourself every time. I mean, there have been times where I've seen other GPs in the past, but only if I've gone there with a very definite purpose. So yeah, I saw her, had a really positive sort of appointment with her. She's always so optimistic. It really inspires me, actually. I was asking her different questions about my PMDD and treatment options, and what she said she would do was, she doesn't think that egg salvaging is available on the NHS for PMDD, or a hysterectomy because of PMDD, but what she's going to do is she's going to write to whoever it is that she needs to write to, just to get that confirmation and to make sure before we sort of look at alternative routes. Because personally, like, I know the NHS is amazing and it's underfunded and overstretched in like every single area, but I think it seems really unfair that if I have a hysterectomy to sort of save my life effectively, then I can't have my eggs collected on the NHS. But if I have a hysterectomy because of endometrial cancer, then I can have my eggs collected or salvaged on the NHS. So it just seems really, like, unfair, basically. And I know, like, life is unfair and we just have to get on and deal with these things, but yeah, I'm going to fight it if I can. And so yeah, if I don't take my progesterone, then the dose of estrogen that I'm on puts me at a really high risk of getting endometrial cancer or endometrial problems, which would then obviously lead to a hysterectomy and cancer treatment and everything. And if I take the progesterone, then I'm suicidal every month, which obviously costs the NHS loads of money, because people have to look after me and I get admitted to crisis houses and psych wards and different things like that. So, like, in the long term, I think in the long term, obviously, if I had a hysterectomy and they didn't salvage my eggs, that would be the most cost-effective treatment for me. But I think, you know, they could hopefully spend a little bit of money. But I know I'm being really, really optimistic and thinking outside the box. It's probably something that will take a long time to go through. If I was to like lobby for it for other people in the future, it'd just be nice to have that option and not be restricted by funding. But yeah, it's probably not going to change anything for me, but it's something that I've thought about and would like to try and do something about in the future. After that, I came home and I had a nap, and like, I began to beat myself up about this. I thought, oh no, you've had a nap, like, how lazy, etc, etc, etc. But then I thought, you know what, actually, I've been so busy this last couple of weeks, because I feel well enough to, I've just been fitting everything in, and my body isn't used to doing this. It isn't used to having heat stroke. It isn't used to having all these hormones. It isn't used to having Zoladex. You know, these things, you know, you've got to give your body time to adapt. And my body isn't, you know, currently isn't used to being on the go all day, every day. And so it's no wonder that after 2 or 3 weeks of that, plus marathon training, I'm starting to feel a little bit tired. Also, I didn't sleep particularly well last night. I mean, I slept much better than I used to sleep, but it wasn't the best night's sleep I've had, let's put it that way. So I thought, you know, step back, listen to your own advice. It's okay to be tired. You've been doing a lot. You've been ill. And also, like, everything that I have been doing, even, 2 months ago, I wouldn't have even contemplated doing this amount in a day or in a week, because the anxiety, the fatigue, everything else was just getting so much that, like, it wasn't even an option. Like, I couldn't plan to do, say, things back to back because I just wouldn't make it. Like, I would be exhausted, or I'd be too stressed out or too anxious. So it's like massive leaps and bounds improvement. So having to have a nap for an hour one day, it's not the end of the world. Like, Emily, get over it. Just have that nap, get up and carry on with your day. And that's what I did. So that's like a big improvement in itself. And then once I'd got up, I went over to my friend's house, to Dominique's house, and it was her birthday today, so I got to surprise her with some birthday gifts, and then I got a surprise from Dominique as well, so that was really lovely. And if you're watching, Dominique, I'm not going to say what it is because I don't think that's fair to share stuff like personal stuff on camera, but thank you, I really appreciate it, and it really made my day. And then we took her dog for a walk, and it was really hot. I hadn't realised how warm it was until we started walking her dog. And if I can, I'm not 100% down with the technicalities of this YouTube thing yet, but I'm going to try and insert a little clip of when we took Bruce for a walk. Hopefully I can manage that, but if not, never mind. We'll get there in the end. And then, because it was her birthday, her fiance Adam had said to me, he wanted to do a surprise for her, and so we got to go to an escape room, and it was really good. Really enjoyed it, and I really hope that Dominique and Adam enjoyed it as much as I did, because it was fantastic. Loved every minute of it, and the hour went so fast. But yeah, trying to keep it a secret from her was really difficult. I'm like going, we need to just go up here, and we need to do this, and we haven't got time for that. We need to go here, and yeah, but it all worked out really well in the end. Had a really, really nice afternoon, and then I started driving, because I had running afterwards, with my local jog group. It's actually like my last run today, my last run before the marathon. So yeah, it was like 7 o'clock by this time, and I was like, oh my goodness, what have I done? Like, I hadn't eaten since breakfast, and I never thought I would be in a position where I was getting worried about not eating enough. I was like, I need to get food in me, I need to eat, like, this is ridiculous, you've got a marathon in a few days, like, you need to be carbing up, you need to be eating loads, you need to be making sure you're eating lots. Like, I was really annoyed at myself. Yeah, never thought that would be an issue, but clearly it is. I think it's just something that I need to keep an eye on, and just make sure that while I am getting busy, that I am getting a lot more prepared and organised, and if that means like making lunches to take out with me, then that's what I need to do. But I'm not letting this slip, like, not a chance. Like, I've not worked this long for this hard for this long to let things start to slip just because I'm getting busy. That isn't even an option. So it's just being mindful that that's something I need to keep an eye on, and I'm not prepared to let it slip. So, like, that's the end of it. Like, one day had a slip up, draw a line under it, start again tomorrow, just make sure that I eat 3 meals and probably some snacks tomorrow, and that's all there is to it. And then the final thing that I wanted to talk about today was that I've really noticed in the last few days is people complimenting me. And I mean, I'm sure they used to compliment me before, but it's been in that mindset where I'm actually able to hear those compliments, and okay, I might not be able to take them fully on board yet, but I can actually hear them and not just be so absorbed in self-criticism and embarrassment at being complimented that I just automatically bat it off and brush it off and don't even listen to what's being said. So that's a massive change, and I think that really helps your own self-confidence and self-worth if you're able to take on the positive things that other people are saying to you, because that's something that I've really struggled with and I've not been able to do for years. So to actually be able to hear people, hear what they're saying to me and hear that people have got good things to say about me when I've thought so negatively of myself whilst I've been suffering with my PMDD for so long, for like sort of the majority of the time. So 75% of the time, I'd say, you know, if you're in a really negative place with yourself because of your PMDD, then that's a massive change to like really hear what people are saying and be able to think, yeah, people believe in me. That's what it is. It's hearing that people believe in me. Like, people are optimistic about my future. I'm optimistic about my future. Yeah, my future might be very different, going to end up being very different to the one that I'd planned and that I'd always envisaged myself, but that doesn't mean that I can't make it a bright future and a future that's full of love and life and enjoyment and laughter and fun and friendships. Just because it's not what I'd envisaged, you know, let go of the picture. That's one of the things that I remember somebody saying to me years ago. Just let go of the picture of how it's supposed to be and you'll free yourself so much. And they were so right. I just wish that I had understood that catchphrase sooner, because, oh my goodness, like, as soon as you let go of the picture of how you think it should be, then, you know, you open up your life to so many more wonderful opportunities. I know it's Mental Health Awareness Week, and I said I was going to try and talk about something to do with mental health and PMDD each day. And I haven't really got a specific topic today because I haven't really had time to look anything up. But I guess the whole thing that I've just spoke about is mental health and PMDD generally. So I'm going to say that that's it for today. So yeah, I hope everybody else has had a good day. And hopefully I'll look a little less sweaty next time I talk to you. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!